Your stagnation will lead to your own self-destruction. The definition of stagnation is to become inactive and dull, ceasing to develop. What is your why, and what do you live for? Now, when you ask yourself these questions, what do you do on a daily basis? Are your actions consistent of the person that you want to be, the person that you see yourself? And if you're like most people, they're not always consistent. For me, this is something I deal with. The person I strive to be, hardworking, creative, outgoing person, isn't always the man that I am. My actions don't always follow that. And what happens when you're not that guy, when you're not that person? You stagnate. And I know this firsthand. I stagnated in my life. I have fallen into that trap of easy money, trading my time for money. And at this age, time is all I have. I just want to say, there's a difference between putting your head down and grinding and just pure stagnation in your personal life. If you can't tell the difference, chances are you've stagnated. If you clicked on this video, chances are. So these are some of the personal symptoms that I have experienced with stagnation. Number one, there's no new inputs or stimulation in your life. You live in the same environment, you see the same people, you have the same experiences, routine day in, day out, the same conversations. There's nothing new in your life that invokes change. You don't have new sensory inputs, whether it's new music, foods, experiences, tastes, travel. If you can't look back in the past and think about something that's really affected you, a new change, whether it's negative or positive, chances are you've gotten very comfortable in your position and you probably face some stagnation. Number two, if you find yourself with little challenge in your life, little fear, no resistance, chances are your goals, your values have stagnated. Meaning that when you have a goal that's slightly out of your reach or really out of your reach, there should be moments of doubt and pain. That's the human process. You're chasing after something that you don't have. So yeah, I got uncomfortable. I became stagnant. I get paid for sitting on my ass. What kind of fucking job is that? It's a nice job, but it's such a handicap. I don't feel any challenge in my life, and challenge is a human experience. Number three is big. If you stop creating and you only consume, whether it's media, food, you don't create, you don't have any output, that's a slow death, my friend. When you're working on something bigger than yourself, whether it's something physical, you work on your body, your fitness, your mind, your mental, it's the human condition to create. You need to have an output that allows your mental and spiritual and creative energy to flow outwards. You can't keep that energy locked in. Hence, you die a slow death if you just consume. Number four, your lack of goals. Goals are kind of arbitrary in a way. If they're materialistic goals, once you achieve them, you'll just only feel empty. So what I do is try to have my goals be more of values. My goal is to be more creative, to be a man of my word, to work better with people. So if you don't have a clear, defined goal, the best thing you can do is set a smart, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-oriented goal. To get out of stagnation, you need to have an end goal in mind. You need to begin with the end in mind. Goals are a great setup, but what I find that's more effective is having better values that you can work on every day. 5, learning is a great way. Self-education is an amazing way to help break out of stagnation. And learning doesn't have to be just in the mental sense. Like I said, new inputs, new sensory inputs. Go travel, go learn, go be a human being. Don't feel confined to your current role. And I know it's hard because physical, financial circumstances, you have family, you have conditions that are holding you back. You need to be constantly sharpening the saw, renewing your mind, and learning about the world. Not even about the world, but just learn about what you care about. Like I said, if you just consume, you never learn, you never create, you die a slow death. What's the point of being in the universe if you never output, you never create anything from yourself? You just take what other people give you, and that's all you do. It's a human gift to be able to learn and to create. And I feel like this is probably one of the best ways to break out of a stagnant life. If you stop learning about your craft, your passion, your career, history, the world, and about yourself, you stagnated, my friend. And these are just the 5 that I have personally dealt with. And if you know your demons, that's the first step of finding them. There was a time in my life where I was starry-eyed. I had dreams and ambitions. I wasn't afraid of failing. I embraced everything. I wasn't afraid of the world. I was meeting new people, living my passions, living my dreams, making content, doing real estate, being alive. Now, I can't even remember the last time I smiled. I say this at 20 years old. Maybe in the future I can look back in hindsight and just say that this period of my life, working security, this period where I felt a little bit lost, I'm gonna be honest, I feel a little lost right now. I just hope I can look back at it with hindsight and say, you're grinding. It takes courage and accountability to admit this to yourself. Nobody wants to be that one friend who is doing the same job for the last how many years. Who wants to be that friend? But when you are able to admit responsibility and take it, I have stagnated. I'm not where I want to be, and there was no one else to blame but me. That's the first step to self-empowerment. Then you can start learning. You can start having new inputs in your life, and you can start creating the life that you deserve.